Hi everyone, hope you're all doing alright. So today I'm going to be doing my nice in-depth eye tutorial of the look that you voted for over on my Instagram poll. I'm going to be doing an interpretation of it, so I am going to be using different colours, but I will let you know what I did use to create that look. I'll still be using the same technique, just obviously different colours. I've already done my foundation, my base and everything, so I'll let you know what I've used for that. But yeah, I'm going to be letting you know the products I'm using throughout, and also answering your questions that you left me over on my Instagram. So I'm going to try and get through as many of them as possible. Out of breath. So yeah, for my sort of skin care routine, before I put my foundation on, I always use this Hydrogenous Aloe Water by L'Oreal. I've got the Nip and Fab Hydrating Dragon's Blood Pumping Serum. So I pop them on my face. I either just use my fingers or pop it on a brush. The foundation I've used today, which I'm really running out of, I've got like nothing left now. I'm really running low on supplies, is the Primark foundation. I don't actually know what shade this is in. They did have stickers on, but I kind of got bored and picked them off. So I'll let you know what that is. So I've used that with a beauty blender and a brush, distribute it on with a brush and then use a beauty blender to evenly blend it out. I've also used the Laura Mercier setting powder. What else have I used? I've got everything in front of me but I can't find it. For my concealer I've used the Fit Me Maybelline concealer to carve out my brows, and for my concealer under my eyes and whatnot. I'm actually just going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, that was too far. Right, okay, that's better. Right, yeah, what was I up to? Right, I've also got a bit of blusher and bronzer and highlight on. I've used, for the blusher and highlighter, I've used the Dragon's Heart Revolution little heart palette. So I've used these two bits of blusher and a little bit of the highlight. Don't know where my bronzer's gone. Bronzer I use, I think it's the Doll Beauty one. I can't remember. It's a little heart one anyways. I have also used for my brows, I don't know if you can still get this, to be honest. It's Brow Tammer. It's called Brow Tammer, and it's a bit like a brow pomade. It looks really gross. This is only mine. I don't use this on anyone, I promise. I never really use a powder. I always use a brow pomade and I just fill them in really lightly. I think I've got this from Body Care, but I've had this for so long. Like, I started using this on like year 6 at school or something. Like, I just can't part with it. It's the only thing I use on my brows. I guess it's a bit similar to like the Benefit Brow or like something like that, because it is like a pomade. I'm out of breath. I've also used the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. It's like the gel to like kind of fluff up your eyebrows, and I also use the brow soaps as well through my brows to fluff them up. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see. I love fluffy brows. For lips, I've used, where is it? The Revolution lip liner. Again, I'm not sure what. Oh, it's called Honor. Honor? Don't know. This colour here, it's like a nice nudie colour. So that's Revolution lip liner. And then I've used this Avon lipstick. I don't actually know again what the name is or anything. Well, actually, Lustering Nude, that's what it's called. And it's really pretty. It's like a nice sparkly peachy colour. So pop that on, and then I've also topped that with Studio London like lip gloss, and that's quite nice and sparkly as well. Right, so that's what I've used on my face. I'm gonna get started with my eye makeup, and I'm gonna try multitask and answer questions at the same time, but we'll see how this goes because I'm not very good at multitasking. Okay, just bear with me. I'm gonna get my questions up. Right. The palette that I used in the actual Instagram photo was, well, to do my eyes, was the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which I have here. It's looking a bit gross at the minute, I need to clean it. So for my brown smoky wing, I actually used these brown smoky shades here, and I also used on the lid, I used this nice champagne-y colour here, and then on top of that I used Peaches and Cream Peach pigment, just to add a bit more sparkle. These questions do not want to load, guys. Don't die on me. I'm gonna have to memorise these. This is not going to plan. I was really organised. Aha! There we go. Right. I'm gonna start with some of the questions. Start off with one now. What is your favourite makeup look you've done so far? That is quite a hard one. If we're going off like glam looks, I really like the one that I'm kind of recreating today. But if we're going off like special effects looks that I've done, I'd probably have to say like one of my Christmas looks that I've done. Because I thought I really enjoyed doing that little series. Yeah, I'd probably say the wrapping paper one that I'd done. I was really happy with how that one turned out, and just kind of feeling myself a little bit. I was like, this looks pretty good. So I'll probably have to say that one. If you haven't seen it, I'm kind of like ripping a piece of wrapping paper. I'm a present basically. I'm ripping the wrapping paper off. So I was happy about that. Right, so I'm gonna start out by getting my brush. I'm mostly going to be using the Spectrum brushes here. This is the Disney collection. I think it was an Ariel sort of Disney collection. So they all got this nice sort of mermaidy tip. And this brush is A14. So it's like, I use this for my brows. I use it for pretty much everything. So it's a nice little angle brush for doing like liner. I don't really use eyeliner when I'm doing this sort of look. I do just use like eyeshadows and then use this. So I'm going to be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette again today. I'm going to be using that Revolution palette that we mentioned earlier. And I've got this palette as well. I'm not actually sure what brand this is, to be honest. But these have got like loads of nice shades in. Oh, I've got snuffles today, so I might use a few of them. If I remember what this palette is, I'll let you know. Right, I'll see what other questions I've got. Right. If you weren't doing makeup full time, what job do you think you'd be doing now? So obviously pre-lockdown, I was kind of in the process of starting up my home-based business, mostly doing beauty treatments. Well, all beauty treatments because I can't deal with doing hair. Yeah, so I don't actually know what I would be doing if I wasn't doing like beauty. I just really enjoy anything sort of creative. I was doing art and design before I started doing this process. So maybe something like to do with digital design or photography because I like those sorts of things. I'm just gonna get my mirror, I mean not my mirror, my other brush. Right, got my other little brush here. I'm gonna start off with this one. This is A07, just to do a transition shade on the lid. I'm going to be using these really pretty greeny colours here, just all over the lid. But yeah, I think I'll probably be doing something artsy related. I like anything sort of creative. I am just really in my element when I'm doing this sort of thing. So yeah, I guess, I don't know if I answered that very well or not, but you know. What is my favourite eyeshadow palette? I think it's pretty obvious now. I reach for like, I don't really reach for many palettes apart from like the Jack and Hill palette. I use that on just like most of my clients. I use it all the time. All the Revolution palettes are really, really good. They're all really pigmented and they're quite affordable if you're on a budget, which I am. I feel like all of sort of like Morphe palettes are really good as well. They might be a little bit more pricey than Revolution. Urban Decay. MAC sometimes has some pretty palettes. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like packing that colour on top of the lid. And I'm going to smoke it out a bit more. I really got the snuffles today. I'm getting hay fever. Not impressed. So I'm not packing that on too much. I'm just kind of lightly pressing it onto the lid. And hoping for the best. I'm not expecting this to be amazing because this is my first sort of attempt at doing a video in general. Well, that's a lie. I have done a mini sort of tutorial, but it didn't really go to plan. And I did try and do this first time around, this second time around. So fingers crossed it goes to plan. Another question. Let's have a look at these questions. How are you coping in lockdown? I hope everyone's coping okay in lockdown. I've just been keeping really busy. Like you can probably tell, I got pretty creative over Easter. Doing kind of like my makeup looks and stuff's really time consuming, so that's been kind of good to do when we've got all this sort of free time. I feel like I'm going a little bit mad, but you know. What else have I been doing? I've been spending a lot of time with my family, colouring in. I've actually downloaded Audible at the minute. If you couldn't already get any lazier, download Audible, because I can't be bothered to read anymore. I'm so lazy. But it's nice. I listen to Audible on night time. Been watching a lot of Netflix. Yeah, that sort of thing. Just kind of trying to fill my time. So you can see now, I've got quite a lot of, the green's kind of popping out a bit more. I'm going to start blending it out more into the crease. Let's have a look. Do you have any tattoos? No, I don't. I would like one. I'm just going to use the same brush and kind of use what's left on the brush. I'm going to kind of wipe it a little bit and just start blending it out. I don't have any tattoos, but I have always wanted one. I'm not too keen on like really big ones. I do really like the really like little dainty ones. I think they look really pretty. I kind of have like a rough idea of what I'd get. I like kind of like the line drawy ones, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I think sometimes they can look quite unflattering if you've got quite a lot of big ones, unless they're done really well. Lose my voice. Sorry. Yeah, I don't have any, but I would like to get some. It's just not my main priority at the minute. Well, I can't really do anything at the minute, really. But yeah. How do you stay motivated to try new looks? What? How do you stay motivated can't speak today, to do new looks? I lost my motivation after I had my babies. Oh, little bubbas. Give yourself a break. You've got children. It's enough work as it is. How do I stay motivated? I kind of just get inspired. I kind of push myself because I get annoyed at myself if I haven't done like a look in a while. I'm like, Rosie, stop being so lazy. I kind of look at other sort of artists where I can kind of try and get my little spark back and feel inspired. So I guess kind of just try and get yourself back into whatever sparks your kind of interest again. Just changing brushes here. I'm using the EO6. Yeah, just kind of, I guess I do, it's because I've got so much more free time at the minute. It seems like I'm doing loads. I'm probably doing more than I was before lockdown. I think you do just really need to look into what makes you like stay motivated, what keeps you inspired, what kind of looks you like doing. I guess a fun little thing you could try if you're always busy with the kids and whatnot and you haven't got as much energy and you're tired and drained, you could always get the kids involved and do something, make a blade with them, get them to play around with makeup, do something with them. So it kind of, I don't know, something fun to kind of spark your interest a bit more. That might be quite cute, get the kids involved. Depending on how old these babies are, I don't know. Don't put makeup on your baby. Did you cut your own hair? No, no. I think it would have turned out a lot worse if, I don't know actually. It looks okay, but it's really, really wonky. Kind of a bit of lockdown boredom. Everyone's going crazy and balding themselves. I haven't got to that stage yet. I don't know, everyone's just bored at the minute and they're just like, what can I do? I had actually really wanted to get my hair cut short like this for a while. But I never really had the balls to do it. And then I was like, Mom, will you do my hair please? And she was like, I don't know. And I was just like, do it, do it, do it. So she did it. And she didn't wear glasses. And it's really wonky. Like, I've got these really short bits that I can't really do anything with. And then it's a lot longer at the front, but I'm just kind of trying to style it so you can't really tell. And I'm getting away with it so far, so. So what you can see is I'm just kind of smoking it out, like up, following kind of the direction of your eye, if that makes sense. I'm not a YouTuber, so just go with it. It's really hard to do this side of my face. Yeah, so I'm just blending that out. Have you seen Tiger King? Of course I have. Who hasn't seen Tiger King? I've been watching so much Netflix at the minute, it's hard. Like, there's nothing really. Oof, oh, I've just hit my elbow. Yeah, I have seen it. There's not much that I haven't seen on Netflix at the minute. I've watched everything now. One thing that I've been loving at the minute is Benidorm. I live for Benidorm. Loving that. Yeah, I did kind of watch it and I was just like, what the hell's going on? These people are crazy. But I was already like, my sister was bugging me to watch it. She kept tagging me in memes and I'm like, I haven't seen it. Stop. I don't know what you're going on about. And then I watched it and I was just like, okay, well, best. I was just like, what's going on? It's definitely worth a watch if you're really bored. And I think we all can agree we're very bored. So yeah, I have seen it and I thought it was alright. What is your fave highlighter? I'm losing my voice. What is my favourite highlighter? I really like the Dolby highlighters, they're really pretty. Colourpop have some really pretty highlighters. I use, where is it? Ow! I use this really pretty Colourpop one. It's Super Shock Cheeks. That's it there, you can see it's really, really pretty. I'm not actually using that one. Oh, I've just put my finger in it. I've just switched. Not having a lot of luck today. I just took a chunk out of it. Oh no. dearie me. Yeah, so Doll Beauty, Colourpop, what else? I'm trying to think. They're my go-tos. I've kind of went a bit blank when it comes to highlighters. They're my go-tos that I use on myself and others. What other ones? I've seen a lot of pretty ones, but I'm just kind of like expensive, like sort of like, what am I trying to say? I'm just gonna skip this because I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of adding a bit more of that colour and really smoking it out now. So you can see it's gonna look a bit crazy, but just go with it. What primer do you use? I actually didn't show my primer at the start because I've run out. Obviously I used that moisturiser and the serum. I do normally use the Too Faced primer, but I've run out of everything at the minute, and it's not great. So yeah, I use Too Faced primer. Another good one is probably the Benefit Professional. I think that one's quite good, depending on what skin type you are, because some skin types can be like a bit too dry. I don't know what it is, it's just like, it's really soft, but sometimes it can be quite drying on some people's skin. So yeah, we're looking a bit crazy at the minute, but you know. What is my favourite thing about makeup? It's a bit vague. I don't know. Right, I'll answer this in two parts. My favourite thing to do whilst I'm doing makeup, I love doing brows. Love doing other people's brows, love doing my own brows. I just have a bit of an obsession with brows. I get like lovely models and clients coming in, they've got these lovely big brushy brows, and I'm just like, give them to me. Because I've got little grey brows. They don't look like it at the minute, but mine are just non-existent when they're not drawn on. So I absolutely love doing brows. My favourite thing about makeup is just kind of like being creative and being able to do wacky things with it. What's another one? My least favourite thing about makeup probably is how messy it is, and how much I have to tidy up after I do it. Like any sort of look, it's so messy. So the messy. It can be really time consuming, but I've got a lot of time at the minute, so I shouldn't be complaining. I do find some things difficult still, like I'm still learning, I'm still practicing. I'm not going to be amazing, like I'm only 20. I am doing good so far, I feel. What's my least favourite thing? On other people, what do I struggle with? Least favourite thing. I hate doing the left side of people's faces because I can't friggin' do it. Like, I'm just like, I just struggle. So, if that counts. I'm just gonna dip into this colour here. Again in the Morphe palette. I'm gonna get this little brush here. It's the A12. It's a really little one. I'm just gonna dunk that in. And I'm just gonna place it on the lid. Oh, it's really pretty. I keep losing these questions. I've had to put, like, all my questions, I've had to open them up on my mum's Kindle. My mum's Kindle is about to die, so this is not happening. Right, I'm going to try and memorise these questions. Right, okay. Mama's Kindle. Let's have a look, see what other ones is there. what products would I recommend? That's quite vague. I mean, what specifically? I recommend a lot of the Benefit brow products because they're always a great go-to. Like a brow is great, eye pencils are great, the brow gels are great. So brow products Benefit is very good. Foundation. NYX, oh, the NYX foundation is so good, man. It's just so affordable. So affordable, and it's a really nice product. Really good if you're on a budget. It's just super good. So yeah, NYX foundation. The Urban Decay All Night is really pretty. If you can afford it, which I can't at the minute. Also NARS foundation again, that one's really pretty, but also not the most affordable. So you can see it's really green now, looking a bit mental. Need to blend this out and this out way more. I'm gonna get this brush, this looks a bit mental. It's the B05, and I'm just gonna, I normally use this as a highlighter brush, but because we're going so smoky, I'm just gonna really smoke it out. Up, like as if it's going in the hairline, but we're not going that far. So yeah, brow products covered, foundation, Urban Decay, NARS, NYX, Primarks. I do use. The only downside I'd say it's really affordable. It's a nice product, but it can be a bit too matte, and I do find it kind of dries the skin out a little bit. So if you are going to use it, just lather your face in moisturizer. It's not that bad. I'm making it sound really bad. It's really good if you're on a budget, which I am. But yes, Mum's Kindle's gonna die, so I'm just gonna try and memorize some of these. I can't actually find which ones I haven't answered, so you know, I'm just gonna continue telling you what I'm doing and what I'm using. But yeah, I'm just gonna zoom these in a little bit. So you can see we've got a nice green smoky. So we're gonna start doing more of the wing bit now. Right. Again, so we've got this little brush again, the A14, and that is Spectrum. I think I zoomed in a little bit too close, but it's fine. And I'm gonna go back into the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I have got I'm going to use a bit of this dark green. It looks black on here, but it's not. That's the black, and it's a really dark green. So I'm going to dip my brush into that. Not too much product on. Oh, someone's beeping outside. And then I'm just going to, what I do for liner, I always kind of like, if I'm doing it with this brush, I've got a little technique for you. So just stay tuned. I always kind of start here. Oh no, I don't. What am I doing? We'll do it. I'll do my, I can't speak. I'll do my normal technique on here. I've started at the wrong end. I normally do all the top of my lid, and then, you know, I'll do that. I'll do it properly. So I go along the lash line very gently. Oh, it's really hard to do. Alright, bear with me. So you do that. So do that. And we keep doing it. Right, so what I was going to say is we draw this little line here. Oh, that was a bit too much, but it's fine, we'll sort it. And then I draw another line just below it. So we've got a very big wing at the minute, but it's fine. It's gonna get there. It's fine. And then we're just gonna connect them lines up to this part that I've already kind of drawn, and just fill that in lightly. It's just looking a bit mental, but it's fine. if you're using just normal eyeliner, I would still recommend this technique because it works for me very well, and it just makes things so much easier. Doing the little line technique. Just gonna drag that up. There you go, so there's one side. I'm gonna just focus on this one eye, and if I have time, I'll do that one, so, you know. Yeah, so we've got a nice little line here. And I'm gonna go over the lid again with the same colour, just darkening it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do this one eye and show you because I don't think I'm gonna have time. So what I'm gonna do is, where's my little brush? Where's my little brushy? Right, I've got these other 3 brushes that I like to use to smoke it out. What am I gonna use first? I've got this A23, which is just a flat brush basically, and I'm just smoking out the line that I've already kind of done. It kind of feels like you're just ruining the work that you've just done, but we're not. We're making it better. I'm gonna put, right, so I'm using a different brush now. It's the A13, it's a little BB. I'm gonna take a little tiny, teensy, wincy little bit of the colour again and just into the crease. Don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just winging it, so you know. So I'm popping it into the crease, so everything kind of, you know, works. Right, and then I'm gonna take, where's my brush? I don't know what this brush is. It's just one from Boots. It's like a double-sided one. I'm just gonna use this. It's not that secure, it's kind of falling apart, but ooh. So I'm just blending that in, blending. And I'm gonna get the A07 again and blend that in. And I'm gonna blend it up into this line that we've drawn out. Right, and I'm gonna, where's my brush? Got everything in front of me, but I can't find anything. So that little one, this little dude again, the A14, going back into that green, and I'm gonna really darken it out. Again, you don't have to go all in like I am. You can do it. I'm losing my voice again. I promise I'm not ill. So, yeah, you can do it at your own preference. So, like, I am going in quite dark here, but you don't have to. You can go in quite lightly. You can use different colours. It's pretty easy. It's not really much to this kind of look or technique. I'm just kind of seeing what works, really. And then, because I've kind of drawn out a little rough line along the lash line, I'm gonna use that other little brush again, the A23, and really smoke it out. Need my little mirror, sorry guys. It's hard to multitask. So it'll kind of merge into this other colour. Just ignore my ugly face right now. Pull the worst eyeshadow faces. Okay, and I'm gonna again go in a little bit more with that colour and darken it again, just so we don't lose any of the definition. I'm out of breath, I don't really know why. And then again, we're gonna smoke it out. I'm really sorry if I haven't answered some people's questions, but my Kindle has died. I'll answer them on my Instagram. I'll answer them. Don't worry. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep smoking it out. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit what it looks like right now. You can kind of see it slowly starting to like blend together. Well, let's hope it is. I lose you. And I'm just gonna keep blendy. This probably is gonna look horrendous, but who cares? I'll stop caring. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of my shimmer to the lid. We're going to add lashes. We're going to add, do this now actually. I've got these really pretty glowy sticks from, this isn't the one I wanted. I've got these actually I might do, excuse the boob. I'm going to use these glow sticks from Avon. They look really pretty. This one's like a nice peachy. No, this one's peachy, this one's pinky. So I'm just gonna pop it in the inner corner. They're really nice because they've got like little flecks of glitter in them as well. So yeah, pretty. Pop the lids back on those. Right, I'm going to get, where is it gone? I can't find anything. Right. Gonna take that Maybelline concealer that I had earlier. No, that's not it. Where's it gone? Too many concealers. Right, and then I've got my A16 again. Here, just gonna give it a wipe because it's got stuff on it. And I'm gonna get that and pop it here. And then I'm gonna clean up this sort of, don't want to clean it up too much, I just want to add a bit more definition because I've got it a bit messy. It's pretty messy. And then I'm just gonna use this little brush again. And just blend that out till it cleans it up a bit more. Perfecto. Right, and then I'm going to pop a little bit under my waterline of that pretty green. Please ignore my ugly face. Everyone has to do the weird mascara face. It just has to happen. So I have to do this really quickly because my eyes are really tickly. So yeah, I just pop a little bit of product on there, put it on the on your little lash line. Right, so I'm gonna get once again the A14, and I'm gonna pop a little bit of the black, just a teensy little bit, right along that edge to darken it up a little bit. Whoa, pretty. Right, okay. What am I doing? Right, okay, I'm gonna take a bit of that glitter again, and I'm gonna make this a bit more sparkly. So it's that colour here, and then I'm also going to, I'm gonna add some peaches and cream. I don't know which ones yet. So I'm popping it on this little brush again, and that is so pretty. And I'm gonna smoke it out. Right, okay, so once we're done, nearly done, got the next glitter base, gonna pop a little teensy little bit, you don't need a lot of this on, and then I'm gonna get, where's my brushy? Gonna get this little brush again, gonna pop it on my brush, just a tiny little dab on top of the colour I've just placed on. And I've got 2 peaches and cream pigments here. We've got mermaids and rattlesnake. So we're going to mix them together, mixing it up. And we're just going to pop them where we put the glitter base. You'll see what happens. And I'm just going to use the same brush to pop that on because it'll help pick it up, because it'll still be a little bit tacky. And it'll make the glitter stick. So I'm just mixing them in my little, I've got a little dish here. No, it's coming, nearly dropped it, oh my god. Right, so I'm gonna pop that up here. Really lightly, I've actually put a little bit too much on, so I'm just gonna press that on. I'm just gonna kind of blend it in a little bit. And there we go. So all I need to do now is pop on my lashes and a bit of mascara. Just gonna wipe this off because I've made a right mess. Right, okay, I'm gonna try not to spill these pigments because I'm leaving them open. I can't be bothered to put them on. Right, so the lashes I've got are just literally from Boots. I don't know what they are, but I've had them for a while and I just washed them. I'm gonna pop a bit of mascara on. Where's my glue? Right, these are the lashes. There they are. Gonna pop some glue on. This is just a glue from Boots, nothing fancy. I use any old glue. Tatty Lashes glue is pretty good. If anyone's struggling with glue, Tatty Lashes glue does not budge. So that's good. This one's pretty good as well, but not as good as that one. So, just gonna put a light coat. This is really hard to judge. This is the only thing about squirty glues, is I always get it everywhere. And have a little tweak. Whew. Yeah, so I'm gonna, I don't need to do 2 lashes because I'm doing the other eye. Right, so I'll pop a bit of glue on that. And while I'm waiting for it to go tacky, you can see I haven't put too much on. While I'm waiting for it to go tacky, I need to find some tweezers because I don't know where mine are. So I am done. Right, so I've got my tweezers. I need to put mascara on. So I'm going to pop a bit of mascara on my top and bottom lashes, but I do my bottom lashes last because it's just easier. Oh, I haven't worn mascara in a while. And I'm just gonna, it's gone a bit clumpy, so I'm just gonna try and sort it out. Great. Okay. I'm gonna see how my lash is doing. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little wiggle. Help it along with its drying. I'm getting a bit of a double chin at the minute because I'm eating so much food. Right, okay, I'm gonna pop this on. I'm losing my voice. Right, okay. And it's on, kind of. I keep getting these little baby hairs in the way that keep wanting to stick to my eye and I'm not impressed. Right, so the lash is on. I'm going to pop some mascara on my bottom lashes now. I'm find the mascara. Right, the glue's still a bit wet, so I'm just going to try not to move my eye too much so I don't move the lash or anything. Oh, I'm not a fan of this mascara. It's going really clumpy, but we'll sort it out. not to worry. Right, I'm gonna clean that off because that is a mess. That's a bit better. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I want to do apart from add a little bit more highlighter. Because that's pretty. Right. Again, Morphe palette. I'm going to use these two colours here. And pop it in my inner corner. Ooh. Okay, so that is the eye done. Obviously I haven't done the other side, so just don't judge me. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Kind of colour coordinating. So kind of hope that's helped. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. Yeah, I hope everyone's kind of enjoyed it. It was a bit daunting, a bit scary, but yeah. I'll answer any unanswered questions on my Instagram. But yeah, this was just a light-hearted video because I'm very bored. I'm just kind of experimenting and seeing what works for me. But yeah, I hope everyone's staying safe. And I'll see you later. Bye.